Welcome to another episode of It's Debatable. I'm Justin.
I'm Jalen.
And for this episode, we're going to be doing a bar breakdown for the battle that just transpired. The
Mm-hmm.
main event on the homecoming card,
Yeah.
Geechi Gotti versus Murda Mook. Before we even get into any of the bars or things like that, I feel like after the battle, I heard, a lot of people saying that there was a lot of gas in the building, and maybe that made Mook's performance look a type of way. I just want to know, like, how do you feel when you hear a statement like that?
Um, I definitely see the difference between like in the building and on camera because in certain moments when it's on camera you're like it's gas because like even when not to like go ahead or anything, but when Murda Mook is doing a little pop smoke shit, it's like in the building, like it's not like the bar landed or anything, but like when he's doing all that, it just gets the crowd hype, and then seeing it on camera, you're like, that's not even like hot or anything. Why they reacting? But like in the moment, you see like what's going on and what's transpiring, like him getting the crowd hype, and then like everybody like, hey, like you feel me? It's just like certain things like that. So I could see why they say it's like gas, but uh I feel like you feel me. We were in the building. We were still also paying attention to material as well. So, um, I could understand though why they say it's gas on camera.
Okay. Just when it comes to that, real quick, I I can't say it's gas because his material was fire. So
Mm-hmm.
like they were, I feel for the most part just reacting to hot material. I feel it's gas if he's not saying anything hot,
Mm-hmm.
and then it was still the cheers and the roars and things of that nature. So I just feel like a lot of people had Geechi Gotti winning before the battle, and now that it didn't really happen like that, I
Yeah.
feel like a lot of people now are just gonna run to the first excuse and say that it was gas in the building.
Mm-hmm.
But let's just get into the battle.
Yeah.
Geechee starts off round one. He always starts it off with we got Geechee Gotti versus
Mm-hmm.
nigga. Why you threw that weak at punch at Briz?
Yep.
Starts off like that. He says, "Swing on me." You gonna see a dot in your head,
Mm-hmm.
dot in your neck, dot in your stomach.
Mm-hmm.
Flipping Mook's one of his
Yeah.
famous bars.
Again, serious. Yeah.
Right. He had the bullets go through so much shit. They need therapy.
Mm-hmm.
What did you have?
Yeah. I kind of didn't have anything like going in like for his first a little bit, but the I did have the you feel me, believe it or not, swing on me, shit it gets serious, or you see his, or you're gonna be seeing his dot in his head and all that. I did have
Right.
that, and then I had the as he started warming up into the first, he's like, why you even did this, dog? Homecoming, even in New York, you could get chipped off. Literally, come home to a murder, suicide like Chris Benoit. That shit was hard. I like that. That was definitely hard. And
Fire.
then he even continues it. He got the Crip pissed off. This old ass nigga just learned how to work Twitter. I feel like this part was a little bit stretched out. But the punchline was good, and then he said, "But let me tell you, I think Dog did amazing. Got verb hosting, you sparking the engagement. A little different than me. No, I spark it and flame it. Face linking. They all trying to save it. Can't make it out his last words. What is Dog even saying? He's pausing through each letter. Oh, you gonna get used to talking in spaces. But I feel like that was a little bit drawn out. He could have made that a little bit simpler.
I like he had these streets is petty, foul. I know some kids that got touched.
Yeah.
He died from a stomach shot. Detective told his mama. She said I had a gut feeling. I
Mm,
thought that was fire. He had the shit back then. I got to rap about. Now, I guess I'm really just a content creator.
yeah.
I thought that was fire. He went into the he said, "You from the DVD era, getting smacked with the cane, it should be deja vu." I thought that
Mm,
was cool.
yeah.
He said, "The shit I rap about, you don't gotta react, you gotta reflect."
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was cool. I thought Geechee Gotti overall had a
Yeah.
cool first round. I just felt that it was a beatable round in my opinion to
Yeah.
start off the battle.
I had a little bit more
Hmm.
like yeah, I had a little bit more nigga. I got a tragic past show with Max and Max and this saw for this murder like an acid bath. I like that. And then he followed it up, nigga, you washed up. Like he kind of continued like his little schemes to when he was rapping. Um yeah, and then yeah, and then let me see what else I had. I had the gut feeling, and then I don't want to hear no blogs in his favor. We really used to have to rob to get paid, but the shit I did back then, I'm able to rap better now. Technically, I was a content creator. You already said that.
Right.
Yeah, and then I gave him some points on the so that's a Caucasian drug. All I was gathered, they start seeing the Yates sell out so much that they see White Lives Matter. But it was a whole bunch of stuff before that, and I feel like a lot of that stuff was dragged out, kind of to why I feel like he kind of I have him losing in that first round because a lot of his stuff was a little bit dragged out when he got to the punch, so he's kind of losing the crowd at a little bit. Um, but that's about it. Um, I did like the part where he was talking about yeah, like some of my enemies I was related to him. Remember I slid once, then we wanted spark bro, and then the nigga jumped online and said his ops ain't got aim, but at least they got heart though. I like that bar. That was a hard hitting bar for me. That was kind of one of the best ones in the first round. But that's kind of all I got. Anything else you already kind of said?
Yeah, going into Murda Mook's first round, he and this was what I kind of talked about in the last video when I feel like he set the tone with this bar. He said, "I've been wanting to kill you because you from the city that killed Biggie." I
Mm,
feel like that just kind of set the tone in the building. It did just make people remember that, and it's just gonna, make it's not like Geechi did it, but just since he's from the West Coast, it's just gonna make it look a type of way.
mm-hmm.
He said it's for the right after the kill Biggie, he kind of went into the it's time for a LA nigga to take a big loss.
Mm-hmm.
Transitioned into that, and then he went to the I could tell you don't be visiting New
New
York
York
much.
much.
You said that you're gonna slap the shit out of me on my porch, bruh. He said, "What the fuck
Fuck
is
is
a
a
porch,
porch,
bruh?
bro?
We don't got porches, stupid. We got stoops, and you know what that taught us. We either run
When
it
it
down
down or
or
do walk up. So like, yeah, that shit was hard. Yeah,
I,
I
I,
definitely like the wordplay on that.
right. I like how he set it up, and definitely that landed in the building. Go ahead. What did you have?
Um, certain things too. I give like certain points for like delivery and soup. I like the way he delivered the you play space right. Funny guy, you know the Joker go with any suit. The gangsters see me, they salute, point at his chest. I bet he puke. I make the music
Fire.
when I shoot. The front of a tech look like a flute. Like I like the way he was delivering that bar and that and like the cadence he was giving that bar. I definitely like that too. And then he's like, Gotti, who nigga, I've been dying to make an example out of you. I promise you. I put a price on his head like a prostitute. You used to working at a salon, right? So I'ma slide through Gotti's booth, head trigger, blow out Gotti's roof, boo. That's how I do. That's what I'm saying. Like he's going crazy, and then we
Right.
already know the real side of you. You ain't no tough shit. You hid behind that portrait for nothing, disgusted. The shit y'all, that's the shit y'all fuck with, nigga. Me, the only thing hiding next to a tree is gonna be this deuce deuce when I got it in my constructions. Like, bro, that whole you see like that whole bar, he's just flowing and then like that, kind of like that quote unquote AMG mode free surf. You feel me? Getting in that
Right. Right.
pocket, you know
Right.
what I mean? Like he was definitely wigging.
Right, and I feel like he did that again when he went into the You want to know why basic? He's
They
basic. Bay trip, run down on base trip and make base trip. If I see food season at old base shit, they ask us whose chain it is.
oh base shit.
Oh, only look I'm concerned with is this location. He just went into that whole pocket
mm,
again. Dash was just fire and it was landing in the building. He wasn't
mm,
stumbling on any words or anything like that. So we got to give credit to Mook for that. He had the clip about as long as a foot and it got a sock on it.
mm-hmm,
He landed that bar. He had the I liked when he said, "You know what a dead crip body looked like, still blue." I
mm-hmm.
thought that was cool. I know you had more for his
Yeah.
first round.
And then even yeah, the studio after that, I know the studio you film, no studio in. I kick in the door. I kick the door. I kick the door to the studio in. I bet the studio in. They gonna have to find a casket that's big enough to fit the whole studio in. And then he said, "Nigga, that's a courtesy." Then he said, "What's up, 50?" But I guess like that courtesy was like courtesy. You like play on 50's name, and then look around you and Irvin Gotti off the what off what Murda inked like that he was really like spitting like the Irv Gotti, you feel me, 50, and then I'm always the one to rule like the job like that scheme, like you feel me, like he was really rapping like for real. I definitely like that. And that's kind of really it, and then he got into the, like the Pop Smoke thing, but
Right. I thought that was cool. He said, "You think we about to let what happened to PNB Rocco? You think we not gonna pop smoke for pop smoke?" And then he kind of ended the round just doing the whole pop smoke dance.
yeah.
And then we seen so that kind of leads me to ask another question. I guess which plays into the gas. how did you feel about Sirius Jones being on stage, just being very animated?
No, I really don't feel like it's serious, Jones. Yeah, it is what it is. I'm not.
No, no, like even watching it back,
Yeah,
you can clearly see he has a cup in his hand. So it
yeah,
was definitely the alcohol, just the whole New York feel,
yeah.
just being in the West for as long as we did. I think that all just played a factor. But in the first round, who did I have? I did have Murda Mook in the first round. I think he just landed more haymakers. Just those play on words. Just him getting into those pockets that you alluded to.
Hmm.
I just think he just had a better first round than Geechi Gotti.
Yeah, I definitely have Murder Mook. I feel like the energy was definitely on his side. Rapping wise, skill wise, wordplay. He kind of gave us a little bit of everything in that first round.
Right. So now going into round two, Geechi Gotti tries to rebuttal. For me, it fell flat.
Hmm.
I didn't really like it, but he kind of said the like kind of referring to what Murda Mook did in the first round. He said he'll say a big line and have y'all hypnotized.
Yeah.
He said y'all should have got
Ja.
Jazz. He said y'all should have got Jazz for murder. She used to picking up those calls. Um, I thought that was cool. Doctors got to help with murder. Now they're accessories. He
Hmm.
got into that. Let him slide on murder like when the cops kill a nigga. I
Hmm.
thought that was cool. How about you?
I kind of like I gave him kind of some points for the like like the angling and the real points when he was talking like you look like you would tell because what type of nigga records a private conversation and release it alluding to like the Drake situation, and then so you probably still got that conversation with Drake in your phone because you look like the type of nigga that'd keep it. Kind of just going on with this
Right.
yeah, and then me personally, and then I kind of like but that's what you would do, nigga. You the reason Drake even stopped fucking with the culture, and it's true, nigga. Act smack, the money dried up, them budget cuts is cause of you, nigga. Like that shit is like. It's kind of hard. Like I definitely like because it's like like a real fact. Once Murder Mook was getting in the court, like you feel me, we haven't been getting battles a little bit. Like I kind of see what he was alluding to, but like I kind of
I
like
think there's a little bit
yeah,
of a reach, but I
yeah,
get the angle. You gotta try it,
yeah.
but
It's
I don't think Murder Mook, because number one, he doesn't really battle like that. I don't
hmm
think he's the reason the money dried up. The money dried up because now Smack Beasley and them, they don't like to go out of pocket for battles. They like for caffeine to give the money, so that's why the money
yeah.
really dried up. But I do
I
understand
just like the
why I'm
like
take the
yeah how
angle.
he's angling and then the Drake. Like you releasing conversations. You feel me? Like you feel me? Drake not fucking with the culture, so he's not supporting us, not giving us that bread. You feel me? Like that money dried up because you feel me? Because of you, like type shit. But yeah, um, what else I got?
He had the map. He said map slapped you with a gun. Then he went on his podcast. That's some stupid shit.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't the smartest nigga in the room, but in my expert
Your
opinion, you
opinion.
was a bitch. I
Mm.
thought that landed. I thought that was a little creative. He had the you just a Buster with rhymes. I guess that's why he signed you.
Mm-hmm.
Buster Rhymes was definitely up on the balcony, definitely in the building.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to him. He said he kind of got into alluding that Murder Mook's not really the tough guy that he alludes to be. He just kind of raps like that. So he said the 2K bar, just like 2K, you can
Mm-hmm.
literally push a square to shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he had the way he said the way I'm
Mm.
putting these jewels down, you'll think I'm
Anti-Semitic.
anti-Semitic.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. And then I feel towards the end of Geechi Gotti second. He started freestyling and he kind of got booed during the process.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed he does that in a lot of battles. I guess to try to fill up the round a little bit more, but
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes it just falls flat, and in this case, it did.
Yeah. I still got a little bit more. Yeah. The 2K. The shoot. Yeah. You ain't no gangster, my nigga. You might know how to write rounds, but put your material and put your material together. But the truth is, you was never built like that. I feel like this whole second round, he's just angling, and then I kind of just like. I just like the passion, like not the passion, but I just like the England shit when it's like common knowledge. And then he got into the I've been working for Smack the whole time, and then that shit was called Smack DVD, not Smack and Mook DVD. And then the fans don't respect for you, the culture. These every time you battle, we regret you. To think you still selling out these ticks is disrespectful. Just kind of getting at him like more so. And then look at you, feel me? And then look at you. You not an asset no more, nigga. You a liability. And Troy could see these big checks he still give you strictly off loyalty. Like
No, I like, but
yeah.
like even so, just to play devil's advocate, I feel that would have hit harder if Mook if Mook didn't have such a great first round. So now you're
Yeah,
saying a lot of these things that was,
yeah,
I guess, the prior case, but I think, it still hit to an extent, but it probably would have hit harder. But the fact that Mook was actually performing well on the stage,
yeah.
I
But
thought I thought that
yeah,
was a little ironic.
I just I just like the angling aspect of it. Like you feel me? Yeah, and yeah. That's all I have for Geechee. But I feel
Oh,
like this was a good second round for Geechee. I feel
right.
like.
His second round was definitely better than his first round.
Hmm.
Going into Mook's second round, he starts with the free to wave. He has Surfing Casanova on the FaceTime.
Yeah.
That definitely got the crowd excited and ready to hear his round. He started off what was supposed to be a joke that I thought it was supposed to be a joke. The
Mm.
way he said if we ask if you're the Michael Jordan of battle rap, think Murda Mook a lot of knows. Um, I thought that that
Mhm.
wasn't really supposed to be a quote unquote haymaker. It was supposed to
Yeah.
be more of a joke. He went into I thought this was fire. It didn't get maybe I think a lot of people didn't catch it. He
Mm.
said my thank you for doing a felony favor is don't mention it.
Mhm.
I thought that was fire. He said if I learned anything from Magic Johnson, I could live with it.
Mm.
Thought that was cool. If I see a crip walking, I'm gonna put my foot on the gas more and make a new way to put
60 on the dashboard.
160 on the dashboard. What did you have?
Yeah, and then after that, make no mistake. Like right after that, after the 60 on the dashboard, make no mistakes. Razor blades skate your face. Give him a $150. Only thing he's missing is Yayo and Banks. And then it ain't a game. Like just shit like that. Like you feel me? How he's scheming and punchline. Like I like intricate shit like that. Like it's definitely I definitely like that. Um um After that, I didn't have really anything until um yeah. Yeah, I mean, then he said, then he went and hid behind the barks. Yikes! You ain't want to get in that dog fight. You supposed to rep crip whatever you risk. You got to be ambidextrous because you can't because you just left hands like it was all right. Like that was like cool. Nigga, you a chump. I cocked the pump. Hide from me behind the tree. I'ma pop the trunk. Like that was fire. And then this the guy y'all root for. I'm stumped. Like I like you feel me. The word his wordplay is definitely on like a high
No, yeah,
level in this battle.
that was definitely fire.
Yeah.
The hide from me from behind the tree. I'll pop the trunk. This is the shit y'all root for. I'm stumped. That was definitely fire. A little
Mhm.
before that, like when he said y'all be looking for spaces to talk to Gotti, I'm looking for a space to put the body.
Mhm.
He kind of ended the second, and he comes at EFB. He
Mhm.
said the Danny's good with big words. I know he's good at Scrabble.
Yeah.
Your roll left Av shattered.
They don't turn him into gravel.
Yeah, shattered shambles, turn him into gravel, and then he said, the every fucking bar. This is an easy fucking battle.
Mhm.
Um, and I feel like there was some chance of a 2-0. Did you feel at the end of Murda Mook's second that it was 2-0 going into the third?
Nah, in the building I had it 2-0, but when I was watching it on cam, I gave Geechee the second round. Just
Um,
off the fact of
the
the more he kind of covered a lot of bases in that second round. I feel you feel me. I feel Murda Mook did what he did similar to the first round. It was a little bit less though. So I kind of gave it to
um
Geechee.
the second round is still close to me. It's still very close to Cole. The angles from Geechi Gotti was cool. I just thought they maybe could have been a little bit better. To call a winner in the second, um, I'm probably still gonna edge Murder Mook. I just think he still just had a little bit of better material. I still feel like Ichigati just for some parts of that second round was just freestyling. And it just didn't hit for me. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
edge the second round to Murder Mook, but if anyone has Geechi Gotti in the second, I wouldn't be surprised to argue because that I feel was his best round of the battle.
Yeah.
Um, Going into the third round, Geechi Gotti had he tries to rebuttal again,
Mm-hmm.
and it still fell flat to me. I feel like yeah, we get that you can rebuttal, but if you know it's not really gonna be any
Mm-hmm.
anything really good, then I feel like you can just scrap it. But he did it NFL flat. He went into the for murder. I was locked into something cold. R.I.P. Kanika Jenkins.
Mm-hmm.
I rap for niggas that's locked in the cell. Ain't see the sun like 50 Cent. Um, I got shot and didn't get to walk the stage. I wear my cap and gown a different way.
Yeah.
I actually put my trust. I actually put my trust in people. I should have put a bullet in. Um, what did you have?
Um, again, I just like kind of my preference and stuff like kind of when he was alluding to like you feel me how they be hiding behind him in the city and then like when they be with me they be scared to branch out, don't want me to leave them, don't want me to leave like they side type thing. I just kind of like that because I kind of actually believe it. Um, and then he said senior partner turned into a vegetable could leave you mentally scarred. His mama said pull the plug because he was already dead, but the doctor bill said she was fully charged. That was hard. Like that was that was hard. And then yeah, yeah, smoker do the job. Couple rocks, he'll leave your life for granted. That was a cool one. Um, I feel like a couple of the stuff is just kind of solid. Niggas shot in quads. Sound like a pocket. You feel me? Tupac getting shot in like New York.
Right.
Understandable. Like yeah.
I like that he had that there's a different in our sentences,
Like
like consecutive
consecutive and concurrent.
or concurrent. I
Mm-hmm.
thought that was cool. For me personally, I thought Geechi Gotti had a cool third round. It's not like I guess because he's kind of known for
Mm-hmm.
like those real hard hitting third rounds.
Yeah.
I didn't feel this was one of those, and I feel this would have been probably the perfect time to really put to bless you to
Mm-hmm.
put together one of those. But I thought his third round was cool to me. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't really have too much for the third round.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like it was cool. I feel like he really wasn't trying to like he was rapping, but I feel like he was doing like a mix of too much. He didn't really lock in on anything in like a certain round. More so, he kind of like covered a lot of bases, but yeah.
Right. Okay. So for Murder Mook's third round, what did you have?
Um, for Murda Mook's third round, I like how he rest in peace to the greatest white boy to ever grace the smack stage. And then
Right.
the Pat stay the
R.I.P. Pat Stay.
yeah the no talking behind no talking behind nobody back. Say at the Pat face. I'ma help get the match made 357 Mac Wade. That's the address to where my nigga Matt where my nigga Pat stay. Like I like that bar.
Fire.
Solid, solid. And then I like the little petty, your fight with death. I bet that's gonna be your last tussle. Funeral. That that always when you better ask hustle. Like I kind of like that. That was kind of like alluding to like hustle always losing the funeral.
Right.
But yeah. What did you have?
Um, I feel like for his third round, it was good. But I feel like the highlight of the third round was when he came at Nunu Nels. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like that definitely shook the building. It was just ironic when he said that because when we were in the building, we were right under the balcony where
Yeah.
Jay Black and DNA is hosting the thing.
Mm-hmm.
And when he said it, I looked up and Nunu Nels was right there, but she didn't really seem too rattled. She was kind of
Mm-hmm.
just laughing it off. But he said the whole you couldn't fuck Smack, so then
Mm-hmm.
you fucked Beasley, got
Mm-hmm.
into all that, got into all that, and then said that I hope that you get AIDS, and
Yeah.
just got into that whole thing. With this, how did you feel like once you heard that initially?
I kind of feel like that kind of sealed the battle for him to low key, especially him ending off the round like that, kind of with that highlight, and probably I would you could arguably say that's kind of like the highlight of the battle, and you feel me, kind of ending off the battle that way. I kind of feel like that kind of signed to delivered him the battle for me.
Right. Because I guess it's just not. You're relevant unless you come at Nunu Nels,
Yeah,
and Murda Mook definitely did that. But shout out to Nunu Nels for being a good sport because she definitely still after the event went on camera and said she definitely had Murda Mook winning the battle. So how you calling the battle?
I have Murder Mook 2-1,
Murda Mook two
but
one.
like Murder Mook 2-1, but I strongly have like Geechi in that second. I just me
Okay.
I know people have it like 3-0. Some people have it like clear. Like to me, like I could keep watching this battle over and over.
Never mind, but just all
Yeah,
first
all
watch was
first
clear though.
yeah,
All
all first
first
which I
watch.
have Murder Mook clear 2-1. Yeah.
No, right. But were you surprised with his performance though?
Um
Coming off the Reed Dollars battle.
I'm not surprised with his performance. I'm more so surprised that he catered to the crowd. Like I kind of expected Murder Mook to rap the way he raps, because he really didn't do anything outside of the norm. But I feel like I'm more surprised with the performance, more so like the way he was able to work the stage,
Okay, so
not the like material or anything.
okay, so seeing that performance, because I think I seen today on Hip Hop is Real, he said like Briz might wanna rethink the battle.
Hmm.
How do you feel now about a Murda Mook and Briz battle? Like, was that performance now? Has that convinced you that he can compete with a Briz Rothstein
Yeah,
on a big stage?
yeah, hmm,
Yeah.
definitely.
Okay. Okay. And I guess the last question I have is in terms of Geechi Gotti now. Now, where does he go after this battle? Because I feel like how he kind of planned it was like he was saying the whole retiring thing. So I felt like he thought he was gonna beat Murder Mook,
Hmm.
because he battled Hollow, Lux, Disaster, and Mook within the year span. Now he
Hmm.
probably thought, and arguably besides, well, for me the Hollow battle I had Hollow, but
Yeah.
the Lux and Disaster, had him winning those battles, but he lose the Mook battle now. He actually called out Sirius Jones.
Yeah.
I think he was just kind of in his feelings a little bit because Sirius Jones was being a little extra. But
Yeah.
where does Geechi Gotti go now after this battle?
I really don't know. I feel like he really accomplished so much in a short span of time. I feel we still have the easy battle on the table. We still have the Hitman battle on the table. He still has, some potential classic battles to make. But I feel like he kind of move at his own speed at this time. I don't feel like it's a rush for him to get outside. Granted, he lost this Murder Mook battle, but I don't feel like I don't want him to come outside too quickly. I want him to like sit down for a while and then come back with some shit like when battle rappers get that break and then
Oh,
they
right,
come back. Like
right.
I need him to
He did
sit.
say go, and I think he might because I'm noticing
Yeah,
now like when it's like a big battle and you was the heavy favorite and then you kind of lose, you do kind of sit because like kind of look what
yeah,
happened to John.
mhm,
Kind of look what happened to JC.
yeah,
So maybe he just needs to take a break now
yeah,
and then come back. But you said Easy and Hitman.
mhm.
Which one would you want to see though next, Easy or Hitman Hollow?
Hitman definitely.
Hitman Hollow,
Yeah.
but why? Because he's the bigger
Yeah,
name.
yeah, the bigger name, the superstar. Like I feel like that's kind of the last classic, like not one of the last classic battles, but at this point, we kind of seeing all the big stars go face to face at this point, and I feel like that's kind of like the last superstar like matchup left. Really, I feel like Tarak done did everything, Kayshawn done did everything. Like that Geechi and Hitman is kind of like the only one left for like the big superstars. I feel like
Right.
Easy's a still like building his name. He's gonna has the potential to become that superstar, but for the last like superstars left, is definitely I want to see Geechi versus Hitman. How about you?
No, I was just thinking of a low key battle that I think would be fire. Geechee and Stumbles. I think that would
Yeah.
definitely be a fire battle. Just if Stumbles could just have a more clean 3 rounds. I think if they both, cause they both kind of be stumbling a little choppy at times,
Yeah.
So if they both could have a battle like that, I think that would be fire. But in terms of Easy and Hitman, I guess maybe the Black Captain battle. There's a little more. It's a little more. I guess you can say hot right now. Plus Easy's on the streak, so it would be interesting. If maybe Geechee was the one to quote unquote end the streak, even though the streak makes no sense because he lost the Fonz in the tournament, but they gave him the win on the app, so they say that he's tough enough.
Yeah.
But that's another story
Yeah.
for him another day. That's gonna wrap up this bar breakdown. There's definitely other battles that dropped on the app. If any of those you want to see a bar breakdown for, definitely let us know. Thank you for watching. Thank you to all the supporters for subscribing. Make sure to like the video. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and all that good shit.
Yeah, facts definitely. Like I said before,
Twitter.
like I say every time, you feel me? Like, comment, subscribe. We definitely appreciate all the feedback that we're given. Yeah, and just big shout out to everybody in the culture again. That card was definitely something special to witness.
All right. All right. We out.